Ladies and gents, thank you for joining me for another weekend warm-up reaction. So today I want to react to a band that comes from Finland, and the name of the band is Swallow the Sun. It's a pretty famous band in the metal world. The reason why I'm doing this reaction is not only because I'm of course interested to listen to what the band has to offer, but because as I mentioned before, I'm based in Dubai and they are coming tomorrow, Friday, to Dubai to play a concert with other bands, but I believe they will be the main act. So I want to see if their music, if I like their music, and if yes, then I might go and attend the concert. The only problem is that, they applied the Dubai prices also to such a concert, which shouldn't be that expensive. So it costs 300 dirhams in the local currency, which is around, let's say in euros, around 75 euros, let's say, or $80, which is a lot for such a concert. Now, I would love to support metal bands and I love concerts. I've seen tens, even maybe more than 100 metal bands live, and I love metal concerts. And even if it's not, let's say, my favorite genre, which we're going to talk about, I still would be interested to see a band which has a reputation and discography as Swallow the Sun. So, but it's a little bit expensive, so I want to check one of their songs and see if I would like to go to their concert. So let's get to the band. So as I said, Swallow the Sun is a band that comes from Finland, the country of metal music, one of the most famous countries to have given us very good and quality metal bands. You might know famous bands like Stratovarius, Sonata Arctica, Children of Bodom, to mention a few. They have tons of bands. Nightwish, of course, all those famous metal bands, and not so famous but very good metal bands, which I suggest to check out from Finland. And they play the melodic death metal, so a style similar to the Swedish melodic death metal. However, what's different about Swallow the Sun, from what I understood, is that they also play melodic doom metal. So it's a mix of melodic death and doom metal. So I expect some melodic riffs, some chuggy riffs, some growling, and also maybe some dark melancholy and sadness, and maybe slower paced songs as well. I have to mention that I think I've listened to this band a long time ago. Like a long time, I mean maybe 12 years ago. I think it was around the time their album Emerald Forest and the Blackbird came out, which was in 2012, and that's their fifth full-length album. I listened to that album. I vaguely remember the style. It's something which I said, like growling, some atmosphere, maybe keyboards, some heavy riffs, but it didn't leave such a huge impact on me. I might have liked some songs, but I really can't remember any songs. So for the sake of this video, I researched a little bit on the internet, like what are their most famous albums and songs. And it seems that their debut, The Morning Never Came, released in 2003, and New Moon, their fourth album, released in 2009, are their most famous albums, or praised by fans on the majority of the websites which I checked. Of course, some websites show like users like some other albums, like Songs from the North or maybe Hope, I don't remember, but it came out like New Moon and The Morning Never Came as the most famous albums. So I did some more research, and it seems the song from New Moon, the first track, These Woods Breathe Evil, is like a very beloved song or a fan favorite. Also, track number 2, Falling World, is a song which has been praised. So I decided to go, as you know, and as you probably know me and I mentioned, I like to start from the beginning, from A to Z. That's how I work. So I will go for the first track, These Woods Breathe Evil, to see if that'll convince me to watch Swallow the Sun live. So let's go and react to and give a first listen to These Woods Breathe Evil from the New Moon album by the Finnish melodic death doom metal band Swallow the Sun. All right, my dear viewers, let's go on this journey together. Ooh. That nice clean effect. Not sure if they have some chorus effect. Chorus is a guitar effect for those that don't play music or don't play guitar, don't use chorus effects. I believe it's something, those signals has multiple signals and they're not exactly the same, which creates this, wider kind of a retro, maybe they used it a lot in the 80s. Of course, you can adjust that chorus effect to make it sound a little bit more modern, not so retro or 80s. but I believe they have some chorus and some delay or reverb there. Sounds nice, those chords. Let's go back from the beginning. I'll try not to stop a lot, but this came to my attention. The second chord, third chord. Very nice chords. Some open strings. Sorry, I'll stop again. What did he say at the beginning? He was using this deep something like that. Let's see the lyrics, since I mentioned it. I grasp the soil from the tomb and cover my face, this face of a murderer. Okay, a face of a murderer. Let's see, let's continue. Reminds me a little bit of the band In Mourning, with those second guitars playing those melodies. Some interesting chords have been played. Serpents betrayed me. And I see snakes, serpents in the album cover. Interesting. That was a nice pause. I like that, like have a black metal feeling from that, like a depressive, you know, some kind of maybe doom metal also feeling. Not a big fan of the growling though. It's more on the higher range end. Not sure if this is like the Cookie Monster, but sounds a bit like, I like the deeper growling, but it's okay. I can understand what he's saying somehow. So let's check the lyrics. Serpents betrayed me. They crawled in my head and betrayed me. Old woods, they misled me, cut my face and misled me. The owls are not what they seem. They made me do it. Am I a ghost amongst them? But this blood is real that stains my hands. Okay. So serpents betrayed him, owls made him do it. It seems he killed someone. Because at the beginning, I grasp the soil from the tomb and cover my face. This face of a murderer. So he's covering his face with the soil of a tomb. He buried someone, probably. And then his face is the face of a murderer, because then he's saying, but this blood is real that stains my hand. Okay, let's continue. That's that melody again. I reached the point of no return. Tortured by these voices like flies around, they chased me here and you invited me in. I like the production. The sound is nice. The guitar sound. You can hear clearly all the guitars, the drums, the keyboards. I think the production is on a high level. Get back to that depressing riff, let's call it. Da-da-da-da-da. I like this one. It's a powerful song, I have to admit. Ooh. Is that guitars and keyboards playing together? Interesting sound. And the bass. That's nice. So it is repeating that pattern again. Woo! Woo! Drums. These woods breathe evil, rust on the ground and the arches on fire. These woods breathe evil, here in the circle of eerie winds, these woods, they led me back here to your buried body. Oh. Well, that's interesting to say the least. Interesting song. I'm bordering on there are some things I really like about this song. It deserves a like, good production, strong lyrics, performance. It's powerful. Just not my style that much. I don't imagine myself listening to it a lot. That the growling, I don't like it that much. Those riffs, like some licks, the clean one at the beginning, some of those chuggy riffs were nice, but also not my favorite style of playing licks or riffs. But they had some interesting chords going in the background. It was not that simple, composition wise, at least from what I heard. The production is great. The lyrics are also interesting. I still don't understand if these woods are cursed and they made him kill someone, because he's saying these woods breathe evil, rust on the ground, and arches of fire. These woods breathe evil here in the circle of eerie winds towards the black heart of magnetic north. Nice lyrics. To this hotel of ghosts, and they showed me this room with a view, and you invited me in. Tortured by these voices like flies around it, they chased me here, and you invited me in. Seems like he did a murder, and he was hearing voices. Either it was he was had a problem, psychological problem, or it's a fictive story of a cursed forest which led him to murder someone and bury that someone, and then he came back because he's saying at the end, here in the circle of eerie winds, these woods, they led me back here to your buried body. So I'm not sure if he's talking about himself. He did the murder and then came back, Or someone else murdered his beloved or someone or his friend, and then these woods called him back to that body. It's an interesting topic. Like, I like the lyrics and the way it's presented. I'm not sure I like it. I'm not sure if it's playlist. First of all, let's sort the playlist. I'm torn. I don't think it's playlist. I like it somehow, but I don't think it's playlist. I can imagine someone who likes this genre would be fascinated by this song. So I totally understand. But it just didn't do it that much to me. But it's interesting to see live. So I might have to give it a thought before tomorrow to see if I'm gonna go see Swallow the Sun live. Anyway, if you see this video and react fast and give me a comment on some great songs by this band, by Swallow the Sun, maybe I can check them. Maybe I can do a surprise reaction as well until tomorrow. And maybe you'll convince me to go see them, because I'm still not decided. I'm in the middle. I like it, not so much, but it would be interesting to see them. But it's an expensive ticket. So yeah, do let me know in the comments which songs you like from Swallow the Sun or any other artists. Hit the like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.